Yeah.
And he did it so easily.
And he was like into it.
Yeah.
And what I was peeking down there and I was like, I'm like, I think he's almost kind of doing it.
He was kind
Like
of doing it.
all by himself. Yeah. And I was like,
He was,
yeah, I loved it.
And that's how he is.
Yeah.
He's like that.
He's so cool.
He's very cool. So.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about the tempi changes.
Okay, so, you know, it was the blind, leading the blind for me because
Okay.
I watched your videos and got some random help here and there, but in reality for me, it's always been more about being by myself and figuring out the feel of it, you know,
Yeah.
because I think it's hard sometimes for instructors on the changes because it's and so I might be able to do twos across the diagonal, and then he'll throw a couple ones in there, or I might miss a two and do a three.
Okay.
And then when I do the ones, a lot of times it takes us a couple twos to get to the ones. In
Okay.
the drawing, and then once we get them, we can get into this nice rhythm. One thing that's, and when we have straight wrist issues, I'm working on, he wants to dive to the left.
Okay. Okay.
I really have to make sure I have, you know.
Your left column. Yep.
Yes, and even here, I have to make sure this
Yep.
adductor is a little is engaged and narrow. Yeah, then trying to think up.
The pyramid.
Yes, and he kind of does a little bit of this,
Okay.
and even when I just sit there like this, he
Yep.
still does it.
Yep. Okay.
But we're getting better on our line. You know, I'm getting the line more often than I used to. And then the other thing is that lately it's been very good that he stopped the changes when I want. And so that's been a problem in the past too.
Okay. He just keeps going.
I want 15 ones and then he's like at 25 and won't stop. And so until I hit the wall. And then he might even keep doing it. So he's like that. You know,
He's like freestyle.
he thinks, yeah.
On a 20-meter circuit.
He totally, whatever I worked on last,
He's got it.
before, he comes out with that, and he is 100% certain that is what we should be working on today. So even today, like when I was just trying to trot,
Yeah.
it's like, no, you saw what we did yesterday.
I know. I was like, he's kind of bouncing around down there and like a.
Yeah. So it's wonderful that he has that workmanlike attitude. It is a little challenging at times.
Okay, because he takes over.
Because he takes over, yeah. And that's why I never get very good submission scores, because
He's doing his own thing.
he does his own thing.
Okay.
So I think I lack integrity in my body in the changes.
Okay.
I'm chaotic.
Okay.
I can't keep myself planted down. I think I have to boom do the change.
Okay.
And I know I shouldn't, but it's like my body just does it anyway. So
Stop doing weird shit.
I know that's what I have to do. My husband says I lack discipline, and that's probably what it is. He's like, you lack discipline. So
I feel like that's after Amy telling us how amazing you are. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's like the last thing you lack is discipline. Hello.
He actually says it more about this guy because he does create all the chaos on the farm.
He lacks discipline.
He lacks discipline. Like when we got home, I told my friend Polly who came with me, I go, now just so you know, he's going to burst through that shelter like a bowling ball and scatter the mirrors all over, and then he's going to do about 10 laps around, and that's exactly what he did. So he just...
He is so funny.
He's a big person.
I love it.
So I guess, I put myself in your hands in terms of how we should approach this.
Okay. How do you typically warm up the changes?
Well, I make sure I've got all my lateral work done first so that I can get them a little
Loose.
loose.
Okay.
Because we always come out tight.
Yep.
And then I make sure that I can control the kind of the bubble under me.
Yep.
You know,
The flaming bowling ball.
Yeah, I need to make sure it's under my seat and
Yep.
because and not up here. Especially when the ones that's got to be way back here. So I just make sure like standing canter or forward and back in the canter
Is available.
Sure I can do that.
Okay.
Sometimes he gets fully behind my leg bend, and
Yep.
so then I have to get him back ahead of my leg. He would like to disconnect the front part of his body from the middle. So when we go to do canter, his ideal, he's either going to do the change, he's done ones in place, like he'll either do them in place, or if I try to do one more for it, I just feel like I no longer have him through from here to here. Like
Okay.
that helps. He's forging.
Got it.
When that happens, he starts to rush. So if he gets nervous and I don't have the bubble right, he'll rush through the changes.
Okay, okay.
I don't know, it's probably all the normal stuff that people feel.
No, it's just like I'm like, okay. Let's start first with a little trot.
Throw that back for just a
Oh,
moment.
yep.
Swap out fresh battery.
There you go.
It's getting along in the tooth.
I love him. Thank you. Good. Good. Let's start with some long. I want you to like start all in the rising trot. I want you to start a long half pass. And this ring is so giant, you can kind of do it like you could do it from the track to the second quarter line or the quarter line to the track, like whatever. It doesn't have to be like rail to rail. But halfway through, I want you to change them to a leg yield. So you're going to go.
In the same direction?
Correct. So you're going to go from like S to F or whatever, first and left bend, and then you're going to change them to a right bend. Good, because that's part, he's like, oh boy. There's a ground poles down there, people. Good, because that part of like being able to, while in motion, adjust his neck, and by neck I really mean withers, which is of course under the saddle, that whole connective piece, that remains supple, and it's a little bit like you kind of, always have to oil that part, right? That a girl. Good, and now gently change it to the left bend. Good. And as you flex them left, keep them round through your right ring finger. More flexion left, more flexion left. And there, right? I would take the inside rein closer to the withers as a little bit of an indirect rein. Because when you widen, I don't mind the widening, but I feel like he still is a little bit cheating through the jowl. Good, yeah, so the left rein against the neck, again, that's a girl. And now the left rein comes down and the right rein goes against the neck. And the left hand, can be low or wide or whatever. That right ring finger, yeah, right ring finger against the neck, nope, right snaffle rein, yes. Repeat this a couple more times.
We're a little bit worried about these
Ground poles, yeah. He's like, guys, there are trot poles down there. Yeah, and it's funny that those are more scary than the dark ones.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the ones by P. Good. Left rein against the neck, right hand down. Good. Yes. Keep the shoulder going. Yeah, there at the end, the hind legs overtook the shoulder. So in that leg yield, I also want you to think about, when we talk about the straightness and the drive of the leg, we want him to take the pressure of your leg, engage his hind leg, and then it needs to like go up through his shoulder, and he needs to figure how to do that. Does that make sense? Yep. Good, bending, yep. Good, bending, bend, good. So now when you bend him to the right, I want his left, more shoulders to the left, there. And then now the right leg can pick up his left shoulder. Like,
that was my fault because I wasn't doing it that way.
no, that's fine.
That was my fault.
And sometimes for the hips, I like to do it how you were doing it, which is why I didn't mind and didn't say something earlier. But now to like, when you talk about like being able to coach him in the changes, I want him to be able to really connect to that thing. Yeah, that his left hock is now going to lift his right shoulder up. Yep. Right, exactly. Then he gets a little bit running sideways. Good. Half circle, do that last one more time. I know, I love it. I love it. He's like, guys, yesterday I learned to bounce, and I would like to show you all my new thing I can do. I just love him. Good. Good, right rein against the neck, bending right. Good, right shoulder up, his right shoulder up from the pressure. Good, more shoulders to the right. More shoulders to the right. Yes, there you go. And now keep the shoulders to the right as you change to the leg yield. Yes, that's the moment, right? And that's where he's like, that's hard. Oop, here, yep. Good. Half circle, one more time that side. Because again, it's like, yeah, everyone needs more hind leg, right? But it's also for this level, like what the energy, like what you're doing, like how the energy is channeled. Because we all can, like at this level, everybody can kick, right? But it's like, well, I want the shoulders to change, or I want this energy up through your wither different. Good, he's got to lift his right shoulder up from his left hind leg. Good. Yep. And now keep it as you change the bend. Yes. Yes. Not running to the right. Not running to the right. Yes, ma'am. Aha. Ooh, ooh. Yes. Good catch. Good job. Good job. And then on this circle here, a little forward now in the trot to kind of feel like, thinking about like, we also want to drive you forward in the canter for the ones and the twos, right? So like, what happens in your body when I ask you to do that? Little more trot, cha, cha, cha. Yes, good, super. And then back again, up, 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 swinging up. Good, yes, good job. Good, walk and actually pet him for that. I love it. He's like, guys, hold my beer. He's like, hold this. I'm gonna dance. Well, but it's interesting because you're in the academy, so you know Denali is like beautiful, but like freaking stiff as a board. It's like this armchair. I have to leg yield him like that. Really, really, like almost full pass sideways. Otherwise, I can't get to his hips, right? Which this horse has both, right? He's got hips and a low back that's like almost like he's strong but kind of stiff. And then he's got this like weird thing going on in the shoulders because of his neck, And so then you're like, okay, what's separate and what's related? So I don't mind that the hips, you need that like more sideways thing. But like Michael, Klemke it's really funny because like most Germans don't really love leg yield because they're like, it always puts the horse on the forehand. And he's like, leg yield, always go to the leg yield, And he's like, but I want the shoulder really leading. So he's like, I know it's a St. George horse or a Grand Prix horse, but I want that power of the inside hind leg to like slide the opposite shoulder blade. Like he's got to like lift his outside knee from the pressure, and so that for him is that connective piece of like, when I put this leg on, I need it to flow all the way up through to my bit. Again, thinking about that, the narrowing. And it's like, I need the power of the hind leg to go up into your wither, up to my contact. And that's a little bit where they can dribble out in the changes when they're crooked or they're like whatever, there gets a little brace there. So I want to do one more trot exercise. I do it with Montana in the videos. And I want you to half pass to the center line. Then I want you to half step around, piaffe-ish. Half.
In the trot, yeah.
Yep, and then half pass back to where you came from. Okay.
Hear that, Willaker?
So you can start a little bit before S. Good. And again, keep that bending and keep his shoulder up. Good. Up, up, inside leg. Sorry, inside leg, inside. Now straight on the center line a little bit. Good, and then prepare for a piaffe pirouette to the left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And now half pass back to the wall. Good. Yes, oh, shoulders. Oh my God, oh boy. Oh, now he's running to the left leg. Right, more shoulders to the left, more shoulders to the left, more shoulders to the left. There at the end, do you feel it? And it's gonna feel like, holy crap, like am I half passing at all? Because now his front end is like way over there. Stefan let me ride Ravel one time. And he was like, okay. Now you need to ride his half passes. And I'm like, okay, pull my arm, twist my arm. And he's like, no, you need to come out of the corner and his forehead and his sternum needs to face B. And I was like, okay, mine don't do it like that at all. Good, now turning. Good, left, left, turn to the right. Left, right, half pass back. Yes. Ooh, good, yep, half pass back. Shoulders, honest. Good, round, good girl. Yep, doesn't matter. Good, yep. Good, round, yeah. Nope, left rein. Good, yep, yeah. Good, one more time in both directions. Good, up, round and through. Up, round and through. Hello. I mean, who's not passaging? Oh my goodness gracious. He's like, guys, I found this button. Good, now take the shoulder to the inside. Yes, there, up there. That's a girl. Good, straight, and then a piaffe pirouette. Half pirouette. Good, right, left, half out right rein, half out right rein, half out right rein. Now take the shoulders. Take the shoulders back to the track, shoulders to the track, shoulders to the track, shoulders. There you go. Right? And that feels like you're not half passing at all, right? Because it's like, oh. Good. Super. Now a little forward on the short side. Cha, cha, cha. Good. And back again. Doesn't matter. Good. And half pass again. That right shoulder needs to lead the way. Good. Lead the way. Right rein control. Half alt a little bit. Right leg. Good. Straighten out. Good. Right, left. Turning. Touch with the stick. Hind legs. Oh, good. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, rounder. No. Yeah, I was going to say, stay there. Good job. Left seat bone. Good. Rhythm. Left, right. Left rein control. Yeah. Honest mistake. Nope. Good. Yeah. No. Good. And yep. And I want you to stretch open your chest. Good. Left rein. No, you got it. And it's very similar canter aids for sure. Good. Sit on your left seat bone a little bit. So now say something different than, right? Exactly. And with your left seat bone, right? Like he's not going to canter off your left seat bone. That a girl. Yeah. Half pass back. Yep. Left seat bone. That's a girl. Good. There you go. Super. One circle forward. Cha. Sure. Good. And taller in your chest. And shoulder blades, collarbones, good, wide. Corn cobs. Yes. And push it. And push. Post up. Eyes up. Corn cobs up. Good. Right elbow by your body. And push it. Push. There. Push it. More from your pelvis. Push. Ah, there you go. Good. And now bring it back. Oop, that's okay. Good. Bring it back to passage. Up. Good. up, up, elbows heavy, tall in your body. Left leg long as well. Up, up, touch with the stick, up, little tiny one. Good, that's enough. Good. Up, up, up. Ooh, a little more right aids. That's okay, he's like getting confused. Good, good. Pet him on the left side and keep your right aids. Good. Yes, yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. More right rein. Good, don't let him drift to the right. Almost like Ronver feeling. Right rein. There, there. Right rein, right rein, right rein, right rein. There, you feel the difference? Yeah. Walk and pet him. What that was that you wanted him to, you put energy into your right rein because he needed to step on his right front and give time to raise the left. Otherwise, the left rein was a little bit like rushing to the ground because that's a little bit his like support leg. And so you wanted to be like, take your time, take your time, take your time. And like you want to control the front feet with your reins. There was another thing I was going to say about that. Oh, it's really important. Because everything is really important. Oh, we talked about the corn cobs. Oh, now I'm really annoyed.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, the less I stop concentrating on it. Did the pirouette? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Thank you. Seat bone. Got it. Okay, so why this is interesting and all connected, like, why are we trotting when we're working on the one-time tempis, you know? Let me just put this in here so I got all my things in my pockets. Something that is fascinating is this idea of dominant seat bone versus supporting seat bone and like weight, right? Like that's just like so interesting. So Susanna van Dietz, biomechanic also, you know, she talks a lot about like if I'm on the left lead, anchoring the right side down and almost sitting on the right seat bone, and I'm like, oh my God, what? We're supposed to sit on the inside seat bone, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm sure this is all gonna like all click in with Mary's work with you too, where it's like anchor on the one side so the other side can swing.
Because you want to actually
yes,
put that leg down
exactly.
and not let it pop right off.
Exactly. And so that was a little bit why I was like left seat bone in the right half pass, because and that's related to the flying changes, because you want to like be able to like support and send and support and send instead of like, you know, send, right? And that's going to be related to the zigzag and the flying change, because if I'm coming up the center line on the left lead, I want to anchor my left side and half pass, half pass, half pass.
Anchor your right side, you mean?
Yes. Okay. And then before my change to the right, I'm going to anchor my left and then exactly, and then anchor right and then change, right? And then anchor left and then change and half pass. So in the tempi changes, there is this, he wants to like, we haven't even looked at it yet, but like when you're talking about like, he's got this, like he does this without me doing it, you know? Where so it's gonna be this like, Eula was like a freaking broken record, like, Jessica, more control through the new outside rein. And that's that anchoring through the new hind leg that's gonna jump into that change.
Totally, I totally get that.
Okay, great. Let's practice.
And that is, I think, the root of my problem with the changes is that my left seat bone tends to go away. Like, I never even have to think about my right side.
Yeah, it's right there.
So dominant.
Yeah.
My left side, my left leg, everything is looser, more flaccid.
Yeah, and like you can't find it.
I can't find it.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing. So.
No, I get that. Because sometimes I gotta talk to my seat bones too. I'm like,
Yeah.
where the hell are you?
Yeah. But
Show up to work. Where are you? They're like, I don't know, I retracted into your body. Nah.
It's good to have that awareness, because when I think about it, then, okay, I can eventually sink it and get it down.
Yes,
But
yes.
it just doesn't work with my brain.
Well, and it was interesting, I was talking about earlier in yoga, where she's like, breathe into your tight places.
Yeah,
And the places you feel nothing at all.
right. Right.
And I was like, yeah, it's, you know, because like we're always like, oh yeah, my hip, I better breathe into the tightness. But then I'm like, this is like not even, what even, do I have a left leg, you know? So then like that was an interesting thing that I was been thinking about, like, and breathe into the places you feel nothing at all, you know, and which is that left seat bone. Okay, so let's take a look at some fine changes. And you decide. Yes, I like the quarter line, broken line guy. Quarter line to quarter line, little tiny turns, right? So you have to like, you canter on the left lead, you're turning down the first quarter line, you're gonna head towards B. And then at the center line, you make a flying change, right? And then when you reach this quarter line, you're gonna turn back towards V, make a flying change at the center line. So you're doing, right? So you're like, correct. And you're just doing like little broken lines. Correct. But for the rider, there's a lot to do because you got to like make the flying change and then turn. So then that's like, you have to keep riding. Yeah, and if you want to go a little forward and back and kind of warm up that canter a little bit, that's totally fine. But there, I'm a little bit rounder. He's got you pitched forward, and you're a little bit, your corn cobs need to be way wider and way bossier. Yes, and now I need to get him on the bit. Yep. He's like, I heard changes. One time tempis. Does it work? Is he gonna do it because I shouted it out? He's so cute. Ready? 2-time tempis. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Open your chest. Corn cobs. Good. And don't be afraid to put him a little bit rounder at his pole, because he gets a little bit proppy in the front legs, and he gets a little, so I would like, I don't know, there, yeah, I love that. Yes, even smaller than that, but ask that question. That's totally the right question to ask. Yes, because he can't take his neck away from you. Good, corn cobs. Yeah, yeah, do you feel your seat there? Good. Through the right rein. He's overflexed left. Now back to the left rein. Back to the right rein. Little tiny, even tinier than that. Back to the right rein. Back to the left. Back to the right. Good. And it's not like, you know, but it's like, are you with me? Are you with me? Can I connect your hind legs through the bit and keep you there all the time? Good. And be careful. Your hands get a little complacent when they get down. Okay. They get a little bit just still. And I want those corn cobs. And I want you to feel, yeah, don't let them, good, through the right rein. Good, through the right rein, good, good, and power in your back, and clarity. Good, and then collect that a little bit, through the right rein, back to the left rein, back to the right rein. And it's tiny, and it's like within his mouth you're asking him these questions. No, on the bit, 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 that a girl. That's your neck, not higher than that. Good. And stillness doesn't mean no questions. It just means you got to like squeeze a little bit through your glove. Good. Change direction with the change. But on the bit, 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 on the bit. Yes, ma'am. On the bit. Through the left rein, through the left rein, through the right rein, through the right rein, through the left, through the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right rein, to the right rein, to the left rein, to the right rein. Like you've got to ask him the questions of like, are you supple in your contact? Good. And are my corn cobs wide and rolled? Yes, ma'am. Do you feel that in your seat? Super, super. Through the left rein, through the left rein, through the right rein, right rein, left rein, left, right rein, left rein, left rein. So it's like 1/2 inch. 1 whole inch is too far. Good. Round, 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 round. Good girl. Power in your body with the corn cobs. Yes. Good. Super. Good. You're going to make another change of direction with the flying change. Good, corn cobs, and power in your body, clarity, on the bit, 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 on the bit. Yes. I want even a little bit more dynamics, like collect, collect, forward, ask. So he starts to associate your jump before the change. Does that make sense? Because you're kind of like the same change, right? And I want like the same, you know? Good, so it's gonna be like collect, collect, forward, ask. Good, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit. Corn cobs, hands down, clarity, power in your seat, Team Tate, bossy seat. Ooh, I like that. Good, don't let them run. Good, now start to go to that broken line a little bit, making some different changes, but again, I want you to change the canter before the change. Yes, yep, and your hands got pinched together. I want you to be like, wow, like wide with the hands. Collect them, collect them, collect. Yeah, and I want collect, collect, forward, ask. Collect, collect, forward, ask. Yes, collected. Now collect it again, right? Because now we need to go to quarter line, so that you can collect and turn. Good, collect, collect, forward, ask. Oop, he tripped, that was honest. Turn on, so now just quarter line to quarter line. So after the ground poles there, come down the quarter line and head towards V Victor. Quarter line, oh my God. After A, come down the first quarter line. Sit up and sit back, so prepare to turn on the quarter line and then head right away towards V Victor. On the bit, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit, collect, collect, forward, ask, turn, next quarter, right? Exactly, go to the next quarter line. Good, collect, collect, forward, ask, turn to the next quarter line. Collect him, collect, collect, forward, ask. Yes, walk and rest. That's okay.
It was a little slow on
No, that's okay. I think I might do it with Darby in the academy. Yes. He is not born on the bit.
He was not.
But you know what's interesting? I get that because I'm the queen of that also. But then the team came to train at my stable before the WEG in Tryon. And all I heard we all have heard Robert Dover shout, right? Diddy and Laura were in the ring. And I'm like, can I just like hang out and like serve you guys water? Or like, can I get you anything? Can I sit down and spy? And like, you didn't even really have to be in the ring to hear Robert shouting because he's loud. And like Laura was riding and he's like shouting, like, Laura, Laura, on the bit. He needs to be on the bit. That's not on the bit. And I was like, dude, you're like leaving tomorrow for the WEG. And you, right? And I was laughing because I'm like, all my students are like, well, I'm just working on like going on the bit. I'm like, dude, yeah, join the club, you know? And I'm like, everyone's working on that. And actually, as you get higher and the stakes are higher, you actually have to do more but look like you're doing less. He needs that coaching.
Yeah, I think I get too quiet with my hands.
You do. I need you to ride his face. Which I like never say ever, which just makes me laugh.
Need to do what?
Ride his face.
Right.
I have a question then, what's motionless bit? How is motionless?
That's a horse that doesn't know how to go on the bit okay, I said two things. Before I said the motionless bit, and the horse puts himself on the bit, I said you could also, there's two theories about dealing with the brace and the neck. Number one, you be elusive. You're loose and he can't find you. Number two, you teach him that the squeeze of the rein means give by isometrically resisting. So this horse is Grand Prix. So when you pick up this horse's rein, he doesn't want to do it, but he understands it.
So the motionless bit was because that horse was so green and young.
Exactly. Because what happens when you touch that horse's rein, because she's uneducated, she goes, "Ugh." And if you give it that moment, you're rewarding the, "Ugh," right? And she needs to go like, "Ugh," and hit the bit and be like, "Shit," and give, and then you soften. And then she learns, oh, I get the reward when I give. Does that make sense? This horse knows that.
I thought it was like a general concept. I didn't realize it was because of that horse.
Well, it is a general concept, but this horse understands it. He just doesn't want to do it. Does that make sense? Heidi, to you too? That you have to coach him. Because if you just do nothing, he's like, great. If she's complacent, that means I'm doing it great.
We're in a place most of the time that's sort of looks round, but it's not really true, it's not all enough.
Right. It's not, it's round, but it's not always supple and elastic, right? Because like, that's not his middle name. But it's interesting, right? Like Emma and I rode the two horses today. It's like, they also need to be gummy, right? And it's like, that's more in their nature than him. And they haven't had like catastrophic injuries either, right? So there's a lot of like reasons for him not to do it, but that doesn't mean he can't do it. So you have to be a little bit like asking him, like ride the horse you want, not the one he's giving you. Which you've already done, right? Like you just need to be reminded in the canter, in the changes, to keep riding, basically. You know what I mean? Because we all don't, we're like, I gotta get the count, you know? And it's like, put him on the damn bit. Which is why I love this exercise of like change, turn, change, turn, change, turn.
That is really good for me mentally, because
Yeah, no, we all get the squirrels going crazy. We're like, fine changes, blah, 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 you know? And then we're like, wait a minute, I stopped riding because I'm so cool. It was so cool. You know, and I'm watching Michael Kunka do the same damn thing. He got like 4 ones and he's like, yay! And he was like, oops, I messed up the last one because I was so excited. I'm like, so you are human, that's cool. So let's do that same. I think you might have to pee.
We tried to get him to pee before I came in here, and we couldn't get him to. I don't know if I'm peeing here.
Is he allowed to pee in here? Okay, he's allowed if he needs to. Do you have a whistle? Do you have a sign? I have a hard rule about no peeing in my arena, but yep, here he goes.
He's gotta go.
Yeah. I agree. I'm like, I will sacrifice the arena for the one-time tempis. But we had one horse at the clinic, and she's like, she has to pee every day, and I'm like, that is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm like, you know who pisses before they have to work? School horses. Make her go. It was so funny. I'm kind of okay about the stopping and the pooping. Like that I will compromise on because I have legit had 3 horses that a lightning bolt could have struck them on the ass and they still would not have moved.
Until they have to poop.
When they're pooping.
Or when they're
There's no way. And then like it was so funny. It happened to Carl Hester in the test and he's like, well, you know, I think it's my fault because I always let them do that. I'm like, that's also bullshit. There are some horses you just can't get to move. And not even Carl can make them move. You know what I mean? And you just hope it doesn't happen in your show. And then he's like, oh, it's my fault. I let them poop because it's easy to pick up in the arena. I'm like, I'm calling bullshit on you right now. Because you're one of the greatest trainers in the world. If you wanted that thing to not do that, you could have. But some horses, like legit, I don't know. Mopsy, Stefan always stops to let Mopsy poop. Because he has to like, you know, park out and do a weird thing. Anyway, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit, corn cobs and hands. Leg on the horse, hands on the mouth. It's a German saying. Good. On the bit, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit. Yes. On the bit, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit. Yes. Turning. Yes. Turning. Oh, not half passing. Collect, collect. Yes. Good. So now I want your line to get more organized. Yep. Go straight ahead. And then after A, come down the quarter line. And I want 3 different changes at the center line, so you gotta do a couple little zigzags, but only to the quarter line. It's as if the ring got really, really narrow all of a sudden. On the bit, corn cobs and hands on his mouth. Turn, quarter line. Good, collect, forward, ask. Good, turn to the track. Good, right rein, right rein, right rein, right rein. Yes, good, and turn. Collect, forward, ask. Whoops. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen. He was like, I'm not stepping in that. Who pissed in here? Who peed? Who peed right there? I'm not putting my foot in there. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I love him. Oh my God, he's so cute. More prep. Like, right? You kind of like, you're too polite with your left foot. I'm like, collect, half vault, boom. Nope. Good, regroup, quarter line, repeat. Organize, right rein, make them straight, good. Collect, yeah, and turn. Collect, forward, right leg. Yes, turn. Collect, forward, left leg. Yes, walk and pat him, excellent. Okay, your horse does not need a violin. He needs a pluck, right? Like if you were to imagine the aid you need to give this horse, some horses need a the bow going over the string, long. Then you can pluck as if it was a banjo. Pluck, the note. Does that make sense? He needs a pluck. If you're long and slowy and flowy and slidey, he's like, I mean, is that an aid? I want you to go boom with your foot. Really, really good. Yep. Yep. That's okay. I want you to think about if you had an electric spur on your boot. You want to go zzz, 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 zzz. He has to do the tempis, tip of the spur to the other tip of the spur, even if it's just your boot. That's fine. On the bit, corn cobs, bossy pants, hands on his mouth. Good. Right rein, left rein, right rein, left rein, right rein, left rein. Oop, good. I know. I was like, quite good, right? That was quite good. Really good. I know. Did you see him? He was like, yeah. Hello, I'm amazing. Cookies? No, and I loved it that you were like, oh, we're on the wrong lead. I'm starting now anyway. It was perfect. I want you to think about in the ones, this relationship of the rein, up, 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 up with your foot.
So when you say your foot, when I'm doing the ones, what foot do you give me? A back leg or the inside leg? I mean,
My new outside leg. Yep. Because since the beginning of time, I have taught it to turn on the forehand, leg yield, and I've moved it away from my leg. So when I put my right calf on, I've taught the horse over the last whatever many years that my right calf controls the right hind leg. And my left calf, foot, spur, whatever, controls the left hind leg. So if I want him to jump onto the left lead, I kick him with my right foot. Good. Steady, steady, steady. Outside foot, outside foot, outside foot. When his right front goes to the ground, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, to tell him I want the right lead. Does that make sense? Yep. Left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot. It doesn't matter. Quick, quick, quicker, quicker, quick, 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 quick. Nope, quicker than that. Good. Yeah. Very good twos. Oop, keep going, but he's not on the bit, right, because we're talking.
Right, sorry.
That's okay. Because then he wants to throw in extra special stuff. Not allowed, no freestyling. Good, go, give me a out in right there. Give me a tick-tock. A little right lead, left lead. A little one time tempi. Yeah, nope. Halt, nope. Don't allow that. Does that make sense? Canter. Good, come down the second track and keep them round. Keep them round, and a little more canter. Keep them round, keep them round. Clarity with your leg. I want you to kick, yeah, good for you. No, you have to listen. On the bit, listen to the mama. Nope. Right foot, right foot, right foot, right foot. Keep the left lead, just keep the left lead. Yeah, and I just, yes, now keep cantering. Now I want that down the long side, but I want only tick-tocks.
Okay.
Right? But I want it to be more ground cover because you got to get more control of it. Atta girl, on the bit though. On the bit, on the bit, on the bit, on the bit, out in, then left lead. Now stay. Nope, now, nope. Okay, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Okay. No. I'm like, whoa. I mean, pet him. Because, I mean, okay, so your homework is only two. Too many times. Right? Because he's like, I count and I take over and I do what I want. Which I love it. Okay, so what I want you to do in your own rhythm, because you gotta like take a hold of this situation. Because he's holding you hostage. Yeah, he's like, you could just sit down and I'll do it. And you're like, I mean, it's great in the beginning that you do it at all, so like, great. However we get any is awesome. And now it's like, wait a minute, I don't have any control of this, and you're doing them. Because if he does a freaking 1 in your 2s, it's a 4. And they're good 2s, so like, get your 7 and go on, right? So we can't let him do his own, there's no freestyling. So, I want you to do it on the second track, right? Because you need to be able to control the straightness. And I just want you to canter along and then go out, in, out, in, out, in. When that is okay, you are allowed to go out, in, out. And then maybe another out, in at A or C. And just I want you to ride around your ring, being able to control that he's round, and you go bop, bop with your foot. Does that make sense? And then you can, because you got to stop doing them too. No.
I do that on a circle.
Yeah, also a great idea.
Can I try it on a circle?
Yes.
Because I think I get the idea better.
Because what I also want you to do is when you get back on the left lead, look at me for a second. Right leg, left rein. Left lead, left lead, left lead, left lead. Out, in. Left lead, left lead, left lead. Out, in. And you got to exaggerate that moment because he's just going to take off doing whatever he wants.
So when I keep him from changing, I need to use maybe stepping him outside stirrups to keep his
I would, if you want him to stay on the left lead, I would be kicking with my right foot and pulling on my left rein while his left front goes to the ground. I need to lead him, lead him, lead him, lead him, lead him, out, in, lead him onto that weight. Because again, your reins control the front feet. I call it playing the harp a little bit. Not that I've ever played the harp, but I can imagine what that would be like. Good. Sit, round, corn cobs. Yeah, good for you, good for you. Little smarty pants. Good, on the bit. Widen your hands. Yes, and if he's in a little bit like train tracks, good. Doesn't matter. On the bit, not too fast. It's a little too fast, the canter. Good. So don't run him away from the collection. Quicker with your right foot. On the bit. Keep him straighter through the reins if you can. Yeah, on the bit, that a girl. Atta girl, in this rhythm. 1, 2, out, in. Doesn't matter. On the bit, rounder, widen your hands. Good. Doesn't matter. Yeah, now stay. Now canter, canter, canter. Don't chase him away from it because you're happy he's doing them.
Yeah.
He just needs, so he doesn't need to get like worried about them. You need to keep him on the bit. Roll your seat. Roll the seat. A little slower, less hectic. Good canter, normal canter. Rounder, round. No, 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 forward. You're so cute. That's okay. Look at me. Open. Open your hips. Widen your hands. Good. A little less hectic. Good. And just think 1, 2. Straighter in the neck. Straighter in the neck. Good job. Out, in. Yeah, fine. Now keep cantering. Don't chase him. Don't chase him. Straighter through the right rein. Straighter through the right rein. There you go. Oh, doesn't matter. No, stay. Good. Good. Straighter. He's too hectic and running. You gotta have, because you can't have a too fast of a canter because then there's not enough air time because he's just running. Straighter through the right rein. Sit up, sit back. Good. Keep cantering. Widen your hands. Ride his mouth. Feel his mouth. Feel his mouth. More right rein in the change back to the left. Yeah, and now stay. Good. Stay, stay, stay. That's okay. But he gets above the bit. You got to keep him coming over the wither. Good. Over the wither. Over the wither. Straighter through the, yeah, fine. Nope. Straighter through the wither. A little more right rein there. Good. 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 Fine. Go, keep going. Sit up, sit up, sit up. Good. Through the right rein. As he's in left flexion, yes, keep going. Rounder through your right rein. Through little right flexion. There. Now do it there. Now he's got to be in that neck. Yeah, better. It's okay. Sit up and sit back. Keep your seat rolling forward. Yes, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Good. Right rein though. Right? Because in order to make the change to the left, it's got to come from the right rein. Yeah, better. Yeah, okay. Walk and pet him because there's just a limited amount of gas in his tank, and he.
So we can do this at home.
Yes, exactly. This is homework.
No, I mean, we normally can do this at home.
Right.
I do this with him all the time at home, but today he's a little bit fired up.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's not going to get any better. Just calm down.
Right, but I know what you're saying is that if you can't control getting 2, you're never, then, I mean, you have to be able to control the number you get.
And this is like the thing that comes right before you go to the Grand Prix and sign up for the show, right? The one-time tempis are it's a fickle bunch.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you like sign up and you're like ready to go, and then like the week before, like they're gone. They like legit like vanish. And you're like, what the? It's also great for his straightness and your ability to actively ride him through.
I know, it all goes to heck, and he's fighting every single thing I'm trying to do. Like if I put my leg on, he's pushing against me.
Yes.
Putting his head up.
Yes.
He's not making this easy at all.
No, it's not easy. So, but I think like you feel where the homework is.
I do.
And it's just like this like corn cobs and then this forearm and this like feeling that you can make him round without chasing him. And that's what happens where like the one-time tempis become a hectic thing. Yeah. And it's like, that like you're driving the car on the game and you're like, boom, boom, like all the things are coming at you and you're trying to like do the car around the things and like, oh, game over, but it's like, everything's like flying at you. Like that's what the one-time tempis like jazzes us out. So I want you to just think, canter, 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 out, in. Canter, 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 out, in. Canter, canter, out, and just feel that you can, and you got to keep riding his face.
I know, I do, I can't.
Because he just goes like this and he starts doing them, and it's sweet because he's actually doing them and he's trying hard.
But it's not what I asked for.
Well,
I mean, I'm asking him to go and stay on the left wheel, and he just keeps doing it.
because he knows you want them,
Yeah.
but we have to just keep him, what we need, it's like, that's great, you can skip, but you don't really do it when I want you to, and then you do it when I don't ask, and then when I do ask, you don't do it, and then when you do it in this big of a stride, and you're done in 15 meters, and you're above the bit.
Yeah,
So we just need to like work that through of like, he actually has the skill.
yeah,
The skill he loses, and you both lose, is his ability to keep him connected. So that's like, don't think that like, I don't have one-time tempis, you know, which I know you said, you do, we just gotta get him under control. And you wanna think a handy, bouncy, joyful canter. Because he gets a little bit like, you know, and that's not a happy, joyful, bouncy canter. That's like a, you know, and then he kind of starts to do, and it's just like, keep the canter. Like Michael, like always is like, it's like deep German voice, and he's standing there in the middle with the whip, which is kind of intimidating anyway. But he's like, keep the canter, gallop, 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 sit the canter, gallop, 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 rhythm, like those are like the 4 different things he always says, and I'm just like, yeah, they get like mesmerized as my seat bones. Who knows what they're doing? You guys hear? Hello? All of a sudden they're like plugged into the saddle because he's like with his voice, like grounded me into like suction cup onto the tack. And then from that depth, I'm able to like get the horse over the back and over the wither. And then all of a sudden it is this like bouncy, happy canter that then I could do that instead of like,
well, and when I do at home, and I don't know if this is the right thing or not, but if we're working on changes and he starts, because he's very emotional.
Yes.
If things get, what he gets upset about is when he thinks he knows best and I say, no, that's not what we're doing.
yes,
That really has an emotional
yes,
reaction to that. He gets very hurt and upset.
yep,
And so I will usually just like do something completely different.
Yep.
For a couple, like 5-10 minutes.
Exactly.
Do half pass or do
totally,
work,
yep,
and then get him in a happy place, and then when we come back, it seems like
totally.
totally different.
And I also feel like when he stopped and was like, cookies, when he did it,
Yeah.
he was kind of like, I was really great. And I feel like I did a great job. Why are we doing more?
Right.
You know, because like it was really good.
And sometimes when he's really good, I get off.
Right, yeah. I mean, I think that's what he was like, okay, I think we're done here, people.
Yeah.
They were like, how about some one-time tempis? And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. She did not read my rule book.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think just like, I want you to just make that little out in, we call them TikToks, like
Yeah.
just make that part of your new canter,
Yeah, for sure.
you know?
Right.
And just play, and just keep like round, and just like canter, and like then out in the field do it, and then like down the long side, and then down the diagonal, and then like
It's a mental reprogramming in
both of you together. Exactly. You both need to slow down.
yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's so fun.
Photo, Heidi, you want
Oh, photo. Oh, I don't have any cook. Oh, yours, because he's like, I did it so good. I did it so good. Why is she not giving me cookies?
But I don't know how to use your phone.
Oh, here, I'll show you.
Thank you.
Oh, do you want me to, I think I might have to,
Nope.